Hey friends, it's Judith here from Snuggle Bugz. I'm here with Tamara from Body by You, and she's going to be showing me some easy exercises that I can do with my stroller to get in shape this summer.
I've been working with women over the past 10 years, both on the pre and the postnatal side. I'm a certified pre and postnatal fitness instructor, and this is one of my passions, is showing women properly how to be able to exercise when you're pregnant, through all the different stages of pregnancy as well as postnatal, what to do, how to do it, what level to do, what the stages are, the timing, and all sorts of things, because I think this is an area of fitness with before and after pregnancy that's a little bit mysterious for some people. So we're breaking it down for you today. Returning back to fitness after you've had a baby can be challenging, and you might have a lot of questions, but we're going to demystify some of that for you. Of course, one of the very best things to start with is walking with baby. So getting outside this summer is going to be excellent, and a stroller like this is absolutely fabulous, and you'll see why. Now, to really get into those legs, both the front, the back, and the glutes, Judith is going to show you how to do a lunge. This is a stationary lunge with the stroller. So facing the stroller, you're going to have a split stance. So one foot's going to be front, one foot's going to be back. And when you're in this split stance, it's important to make sure that each foot is in line with the hip bone that it's attached to. So you're going to have a little bit of space. You're not going to be standing on a straight line. That'll make sure that you're really sturdy and well balanced. Good. You're going to lift the back heel up. That's right. Okay, and most of your weight is going to be in the front leg. So you're from here, you're going to bend this back knee, good, and then press up. Now, as Judith is doing these lunges, she is putting most of her weight in that front foot, and when she pushes up, she's going to push through the heel, because that will activate more of the glutes, and we love that. Now, to take your lunge to the next level, we're going to do a walking lunge, which is essentially the same thing, but you're going to walk those lunges going forward. The one thing to keep in mind is that you are focused on your legs. You slow down the movement. We're not doing a run, and we really keep the body upright, and that'll make sure that all the weight is focused on the lower part of the body, and you're not using momentum in the upper body to push the stroller forward. This next exercise we're going to do is called a glute kickback, and it's really great because we want to wake up those sleepy glutes, because a lot of times when you're pregnant you're sitting down, and then when you've had baby you're sitting and you're nursing and you're cooing and you're having all that bonding time. So we want to fire those babies back up. So here's what we've got. We've got our feet kind of shoulder width apart to start with. Okay, Judith is going to tip over slightly at the hips, and she's going to put one foot back behind her. Okay, now that toe is going to face the ground. She's going to squeeze her glutes. She's going to lift her heel and come back down to the ground. All right, so she's going to lift and then come back down. Now the whole time she's going to have that little tiny forward tilt, and we're doing that because usually right off the bat when you've newly had baby, the whole midsection and lower part of the back is really weak, so we want to protect the lower part of the back. So she's squeezing her glutes, she's keeping her toe down, and that really focuses on this area here. We don't want to turn the knee out, we don't want to turn the toe out, because then we're going to use different parts of our muscles, and here's where we are focusing. That's great. And of course the whole time you're breathing, right? Yeah, that's right. Our next exercise is a calf raise. So Judith, I want you facing the stroller again, and hands, yep, on the stroller, and you're just going to relax, make sure you relax through the shoulders. So you can roll the shoulders up, back, down, so they're natural. You can breathe easy, right? Posture's nice and good. Okay, those feet are shoulder width apart, and you're going to lift all the way up to the top of your toes and then come back down. Good. And you're going straight up the middle and back down. Good. And this is perfect because her ankles are going right over top of the toes. Okay, she's not bending at the ankle one way or another. All right, so that's utilizing the calf muscle from the side all the way around to the inside. A variation on the calf raise is a change in angles of the feet. So I'm gonna get Judith to put her toes out to the side slightly, that's right. And same thing as before, she's gonna go straight up with her heels over top of those toes. So the angles change a little bit, she's still going straight up over top. And we're doing this variation because it hits the muscle group from a different angle, which means it stimulates different parts of the muscle fiber. And it's really great to get overall development in a muscle group by hitting it from different angles. That's great. The next exercise we're going to show is a push-up. So we're going to do a base push-up. This is one variation that I recommend to every new mom or every mom who's recently had a baby. This will be the first step to your push-up. It's going to be standing, and we're going to do it against our fence here. So that's right. So Judith, you're going to have your hands just positioned slightly outside of your shoulders. So you want the arms fairly wide. And then you're going to step back a little bit with the toes. That's it. So you're gonna lift your heels slightly. Now what I want you to do is tuck the hips under, tailbone under a little bit. So this is gonna support the lower back. Again, when you come close to the fence, we don't want any sag here in the lower back. So you're going to lower your chest towards the fence. Good, and then push back up. That's it. And when you push on the contraction, you wanna breathe out. So we breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. In on the way down, out on the way up. Never hold your breath. You want to make sure that air is circulating through the body. That's good. She's got a nice straight line here. If you ever feel any tension or any pain in the lower back, either step a little bit closer, tuck a little bit more, or don't go down as far. We have a variation on the push-up for all you ladies who are ready to take it up a notch. So with your baby here, okay, what you're going to do, Judith, is you're going to put your hands just on either side of this stroller. Good. And I should also make a very important note that you want to make sure the brake is on your stroller, and you want to make sure that it's a very good, strong, sturdy brake. Otherwise, I wouldn't necessarily attempt this. So you're going to come back with the feet. That's right. She's going to have a slight angle here, okay, which is fine. You're going to tip the tailbone under again, slightly, just to support that lower back. You're going to draw those elbows close to you, bring your chest down towards baby. That's it, and push back up. Good. And when baby is here, you can give them a kiss. They're going to love it. That's right. Good. Excellent. This particular push-up is really great for putting a little bit more pressure on the back of the arms. It's a little bit more like a tricep push-up. Now, Judith, we're going to get into what I call the sweet spot, which is right in here. So this is a side leg lift, or more technically, side abduction, because the muscles on the side of your leg are called abductors. So what you're going to do is we're going to keep that leg straight. This is going to be her standing leg. You're going to have a slight micro bend in that leg just to protect the knee and also to protect the lower back. This leg is going to stay relatively straight, and you're going to lift out to the side. That's it, and then come back down. Good. And then what she's doing here is she's keeping her toe facing right in front of her. That will make sure that she focuses directly on these muscles here on the side of the leg, not the muscles in the front. Yep, great. And because that leg is, the toe is facing forward, she's only going to be able to lift so high. This is not a movement where you're going to lift up to here. You're going to feel that tightness in here when you lift about 45 degrees. And as long as you feel that tightness, that burn will start to set in, and we're working the sweet spot. Our next exercise for you is called the hip hinge. All the movement's going to come from your hips, but we're going to work the entire backside chain of the body. So you're going to be facing your stroller, hands comfortably on the side of the stroller, that's right. Okay, and her chest is lifted, her back is nice and flat. She's going to have a slight bend in the knees just to support those knees and the lower back. Then she's going to keep everything else straight. She's going to bend over at the waist. Good. And then she's going to come back up. As Judith does this movement, there's a couple of really great things she's doing. Her back is nice and flat. You want to make sure that the back is flat and it doesn't round, your shoulders don't round, okay? When she goes out, also, she's getting this nice deep stretch through the hamstrings. When you feel that, you know you're doing it right. At the same time, when she comes up, she's squeezing her glutes. That's it. So you use your glutes to help bring your body back up. Great. And then you might just lull baby to sleep. So for all of you women who are ready to take the hip hinge up a level, we're going to show you how to do this with one leg. Okay, so Judith's going to start off hands on the stroller, just as regular, and her shoulders are back and down, her chest is lifted, so we've got nice straight posture. She's gonna put her weight on one leg, and she's gonna have a slight bend in that standing knee. Okay, this leg is gonna come back straight behind you. Now, she's gonna do the same motion. She's gonna hinge at the hips. She's gonna bend forward, baby's gonna come out, and then she's gonna come back in. Good, that's it. So we got one leg working. She's gonna feel a good stretch here in the hamstring. And notice that this knee stays over top of the foot. It doesn't come over those toes. And by doing that, she's getting a really good stretch in the hamstrings as well as the glutes. Just like the 2-foot hip hinge, she is squeezing her glutes to pull herself up to standing position.
Tamara, thank you so much for joining us today on behalf of Team Snuggle Bugz. I know I'm feeling a lot more confident about getting out there with my stroller and getting fit this summer.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.